up on a Tuesday.
Hello.
Thank you, babe.
Thursday.
Did that turn it off? No. Hello?
Hello. Which one am I? Middle?
Yes, I'm the bottom. And the Hummer over there is the top. You ready? Yeah. Welcome to Rachel Uncensored, the only place on the internet you can find an uncensored version of me. I'm Rachel, and I'm here with my beautiful, gorgeous, amazing girlfriend, Abigail. And our sister. And my beautiful, talented sister, Colleen.
Hello.
And then we have dog of the day, which is little dog, and Miso is somewhere.
And we have the peanut gallery too.
We do have a peanut gallery. In the corner is our childhood best friend, Teeny. She'll come in later. We're going to play a game later, and Teeny's going to host it. But hi, how's everyone doing?
So good. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm happy.
I liked your other answer before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to use that more often.
Abby asked how Colleen was.
I said, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to look in.
Don't want to look out. Don't want to look in.
Don't look anywhere. Just gonna say, I don't know.
Got my blinders on and going throughout the day.
I was being honest. I didn't know.
Okay.
I hadn't thought about it.
I like it. That's fine. It's better than lying.
Yeah.
Okay. First off, welcome to my podcast. You've been here before, but no one ever saw it. And then
I've been here before, but I have not been here before.
I know, but you have. Remember, I filmed one at your house and I never posted it.
Well, that's true. But
Yeah.
last on my podcast, you had said I said I'd never done Rachel Uncensored. And you said, yes, you have with JoJo. And it wasn't Rachel
Correct.
Uncensored.
The comments corrected. It was an All Things Internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've done that with me. You've never been on Rachel Uncensored publicly. We
Yes.
filmed one and never posted it.
Yes.
But I do want to follow up on your podcast. When I did your podcast with you, I came home and I said, Miss Abigail, beautiful, gorgeous, is Monday, Wednesday, Friday odd or even? She looked me dead in the eye and said, even.
Yes.
No, I'll be honest though, guys. I have to be honest.
Did you retract it?
I was thinking about this yesterday.
Don't retract.
I really had to give it some thought because when you brought it up to me, I said to you, I didn't hesitate, but then I thought,
Yeah, because it's a vibe.
wait, but why am I saying that? Because I've never really thought about it.
You shouldn't look inward.
You explained why you guys think that because it's
It's a vibe.
it's the beginning, it's the bigger days of the week,
Yeah, it's a chunk.
like
Well,
Tuesday and
Thursday just
are
feels
like,
so odd. They're like
bleh.
off. Like
Who cares about those
Tuesday
days?
feels like a 2, obviously.
that's what people are saying.
me.
It's not a number thing to
Guys,
me.
I know. I think it's because sometimes when I think about it number wise, obviously that I'm going to say
Logically, it's the opposite.
Because
I see
1,
both.
3, 5 is what people say Monday, Wednesday,
Yeah,
Friday, 1
yeah.
through 5. So that's what I was saying they're odd. But I'm not thinking numerically. I'm thinking vibes.
Yeah.
And your comments now that we're talking about on your podcast are all going to be very upset that we're saying
That's
these
fine.
things.
But guess what? It's even because it's a vibe.
I agree, but no one else does.
No.
I agree.
You do?
Of course you do.
Yeah.
She's not even on camera. I love this.
I've been thinking about this for a while as well because I listen to your podcast.
Thank you.
She's talking about mine, not yours.
I was saying thank you for watching the episode I was on.
Oh, thank you, Rachel.
I feel like I can listen to your podcast with my children in the car, Rachel.
You cannot listen to my podcast with children in the
please
car.
don't.
They are softer days. And for me, even numbers are softer. They're not harsh. They're not sharp.
Oh, that's
oh, that's
sharp.
good. Okay.
Tuesday and Thursday are sharp.
They're sharp.
It's because there's a Z feeling to Thursday. That's sharp, right?
But also,
the T.
I feel like names aside, what happens on those days tend to not be as like,
No.
pushy. I think that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it like eases you into the day and or eases you into the week, and it's the last day of the work week. It's soft.
It's soft.
That's why
I
it's
feel
even.
that.
Okay.
They
We're really
have
getting into it
they
here.
have soft auras.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah,
auras.
soft and sharp is a very good way to describe those.
Because I'm telling you, it's
Anyway.
all vibes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to do with
I
the
see both
numbers
sides.
or the
No,
how they're
I'm
pronounced.
with you though. I like the vibes thing. You did say that. It's like if you explain it like that,
Yeah.
vibe wise, then yes.
I like
Softer,
that.
sharper,
But most people say because of the numbers of them, and most people, I guess, are incorrect in my opinion and say Monday's the first day of the week. It is the first day of the work week. But to me, the first day of a week is Sunday.
What?
No.
Today is the first day of the week.
No.
Yes, it
Sunday
is.
is the last day of the week.
Teeny.
Have you ever looked at a calendar a day in your life?
Yeah, it starts
Again,
with
it's
Monday.
vibes. Again, it's vibes.
One,
Wait.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
the calendar
7.
week
It
starts on
starts
a
Sunday?
Sunday.
How many days are in a week?
Hi, remember how we talked about vibes 2 seconds ago? That's where I stand on Sunday.
I just don't agree with those vibes.
Okay, that's fine.
Vibes are wrong.
Biblically,
Wow, you're bringing Jesus into this?
biblically, historically, in the Bible. And we know that I follow everything in the
love
Bible.
the Bible. You read it every morning.
No, but historically, in historic times, Sunday would be the first day of the week. And if you say there's 7 days of the week, okay, right? Correct.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
So-
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Which day of the week is associated with the seventh day of the week?
Sunday.
Oh my God,
Absolutely.
incorrect.
What? No, yeah, I thought that was obvious.
No.
What are you saying?
Saturday.
God person.
Look at if you look at a calendar.
Saturday.
Because you look at a calendar.
Oh my
1,
God.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, and it starts
Stop.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Listen, it's about the vibes. This is the end of the week, and it all starts over again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the end of the
On a
week. It's the
Monday.
weekend. The
It's the
weekend
end of
is
the
like the
weekend.
end of the week.
It's the weekend.
Yes,
It's the end of the week.
No, but
This-
the whole week. No.
You don't even have a mic.
the weekend. Those 2 days
Yes.
ends the week.
So that actually helps their argument, though. That
Correct.
helps their argument
So
because
Sunday
Monday
is the last day of the weekend, which is the end of the week.
I totally see what you're saying. And guess what? Most people agree with you. All of your comments are going to be like, Rachel and Abby are correct. Colleen is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. I've been having this argument for
I
years.
get looking at a calendar and
Yeah,
thinking
no,
that
I'm
Sunday.
extremely
it.
visual. And so for me, when I picture a week or I picture a month, I see a physical calendar in my brain.
I think I never have anything on that Sunday. All my stuff on a calendar starts on
it's
Monday.
still the first day, though, on a calendar.
I literally don't even have. There's nothing there.
I'm not going to win this argument. There's no one to win. It's a
there.
difference of opinion, and most people say I'm wrong, and I can accept that and understand
I
that.
would say most people probably agree with you because
No, they don't.
they
They
don't.
don't.
They do
People
not.
don't.
No.
I
No.
also think
Give her a microphone because she demands one.
I also think that it depends on like what you do and what your life is, because I think that for most people, their week ends on a Friday, and they are, going to enjoy themselves on a Saturday and Sunday, and then they have to start the
all
BS
over.
all over again.
Yes.
on Monday, the first
but
day
there
of
are
the week.
some
Right?
people whose worlds are not like that, and I can tell you right now that this one is like that because she does not know like Monday to
She's
Friday.
zoned out. She has
Her 9 to 5 is not a 9 to 5, and same.
You took away her microphone and she just went
Incorrect.
away.
my life actually is very different now because of kids, and they have schedules and schools and whatever.
Yeah.
So like Monday through Friday actually is Monday through Friday for me now, and I understand the argument fully. That has nothing to do with it. It's a difference between vibes and facts.
Oh my
And the
gosh.
facts.
Oh,
No, I'm dead serious. Listen, it's the same as I am the other side of the argument, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday argument, like factually, numerically.
Yeah.
Like Sunday is actually the first day of the week. It actually is.
Because you're saying because on the
Can we do
calendar.
a thing? Can
Yes,
we do a
but
thing?
Monday is what everyone feels like the first day of the week is. And I can accept and understand that.
Hold on.
but-
I'm going to ask the internet. Like, I'm going to ask
You'll see both answers, but it'll say historically.
what day of the week is the first day of the week?
You're going to trust Siri?
Okay, it was in my Google.
Oh.
Monday is the first day of the week.
Okay.
According to the International Organization for Standardizations, Monday is the first day
Well,
of
You're
the
not
week.
doing
are
enough research.
Wrong.
Why are calendars Sunday?
Right.
I don't know who.
I will tell you why, because
a man probably made it.
Okay, but because
probably made it.
Well, they did. At least in the Bible. I don't know about before the Bible. I can't remember. I've researched this before. No, I've researched it before. It's the reason it went into the Bible. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Don't listen to anything I say. I don't know anything. But God rested on the seventh day when He created the world in 7 days. That's how long it took.
Yeah, he rested on the seventh day.
Yeah,
'cause it
which is
took him-
Saturday is the Sabbath, and then Christians changed it to Sunday. The Sabbath is Saturday. That's the day He
try me.
rested, and then Christians
Your
are like,
mic over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
shut up.
Okay, I can hear you with that.
Okay,
but are we really
so
gonna
for most
we're gonna pick and
Christians,
choose?
Sunday is observed, and we're all Christians here. Sunday is observed as the day of worship and rest. Okay. In the United States, Canada, Japan, as well as in parts of South America, Sunday is the first day of the week. So it just depends on what website you look at. For me, the first thing that came up was Sunday is the first
I'm
day
not
of the
in
week.
Japan.
You're in America.
I didn't hear that
Doesn't
part.
matter. I know that I'm wrong. I know. This is a dumb argument because no one's going to agree with me.
So
and it's
much
just,
of this is going to be cut.
No, I'm keeping it all. I love this.
anyway,
This is our
sorry.
biggest argument we've
Wait,
ever had.
I'm just saying, if we're going to go with the Bible, then we have to believe that everything in the Bible is legitimate.
No. I'm not using the Bible as facts. Please do not misquote me. I'm saying that the reason it went into the Bible, I'm just
reason
saying
why
like
it's the first day of the week.
historical,
Yeah.
because it's not the first place. I've done this before and I just don't remember it all.
Mayan calendar. I like the Mayans.
I only say the Bible
Yeah, they're pretty
because
accurate.
a lot of people have used that as a reason why Sunday's the last day of the
Right,
week.
right.
Because people say on the seventh day he rested and Sunday would go to church. And so the reason I use this is because no, actually the seventh day was the Sabbath, which was a Saturday in the Bible. So that's why I use that. I'm not using the Bible
So
as
do you
fact.
think God was looking at a calendar when he created?
I think he had to look at the calendar.
He was like, I think I'll start on Monday, or I think I'll start on Sunday.
Sunday's very soft. We'll go with Sunday.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
soft
an
day.
odd, it's even.
I didn't know we were talking about this, so I wasn't prepped.
Sunday,
But like,
Sunday is more soft.
No, they're both
just
No,
the
Monday's
same.
softer to
yeah,
me.
Monday and Sunday are
They're both soft,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Saturday is a weird day.
Saturday is one of the it's a hybrid.
It's like its own entity.
Tuesday and Thursday couldn't be harder.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more
Sharp.
sharp.
yeah, I've done all the research on this before, and like I actually did like figure out.
All right.
Before Bible stuff, there was like historically people. I don't remember any of it, so I shouldn't even be talking. But if you do enough research on it, it is very fascinating how the calendar was made and who decided what, and then but in current times. We've eventually got to a point where we started going, okay, there's a work week and you work from 9 to 5,
I was
Monday
gonna
to
say-
Friday. And
Right.
so that's when it shifted to people started saying Monday's the first day of the week.
That's when the
So-
vibes changed.
The vibes changed.
Yes,
We
exactly.
need to get back to
And
the
that's-
other vibes.
Of no work ever.
Well,
I
and
like
that's
that
why
one.
I say factually, historically, Sunday's the first
So
day of the week.
historically, but times have changed.
Fine. I still don't personally feel like
Fine.
Monday's the first day of the week. I feel like so
Okay.
because I'm very visual
Okay.
in my
Yeah,
mind with
yeah.
everything. And so because for me, I picture a calendar.
Okay.
When I think of the week,
All right.
I see Sunday as the first
What
box.
is it on your phone?
What's
It's
on my
also
phone?
Sunday,
It's
right?
also Sunday.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
I feel like Sunday is a reset day as well. Like
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday are the days that like you're gonna go out, you're gonna have fun, you're gonna like get wild. Sunday is
And
the
you go to
reset day
church
that you get
next
ready
day.
for the week.
Yeah.
Church or not. Never done that before. But
What about confession for all the things you've done on
I
Saturday
think I
and
went
Friday?
once and I was scared. Yeah.
All right. I think we're gonna let this lie.
Wait, I have to say one more thing.
Of course
Not
you
about
do.
the days of the week,
Okay.
but I know this is uncensored, but like, I still have to say something. I said a few times that I'm not taking the Bible as factual. That does not mean that I think other people can't feel that way about the Bible.
Okay.
Feel however you want about the Bible. I'm not using the Bible as a historical factual text on
Right.
this argument.
Got it.
But I don't want people to take that and be
Right.
like, look, she says everyone who thinks the Bible is factual is. I didn't say that.
I don't think anyone.
Don't you worry.
If that would have been a real big stretch if they took it like that. But
Okay,
all right.
what's up? Is the podcast over now? Did we talk about that too long? No one came here to hear us talk about the days of the week.
I'm
that was a
titling
long-
it our biggest argument. So there it is.
That's a good one.
All right.
I don't think we've ever had it.
An argument?
Well, I mean, when we were kids, like we would.
When I would tattle on you.
Yeah, man, that made me so mad.
Well, you were a dick.
You know what? You were annoying.
Okay.
And I also will say I was very much in the wrong.
Thank you.
But I was like, it was very
You spit on me.
horrible.
Yeah.
Biatch.
I don't care how
Horrible.
annoying I
No, that was
She was
so
very
mean.
upset that
No,
you
no, no, no.
told
It was-
your mom.
No. It
Stop
was
spitting
no.
on me.
It was childhood. Like when we were little, tiny littles. I had feelings that I didn't understand that trickled into when I was 10,
Yeah.
11, 12 years old. So I was mean to you, not understanding why I was being a total dickwad to you. But now as an adult, I look back and go like, oh, I was upset because of these reasons from when I was really little.
Yeah.
And from me being like, oh, I was the little girl princess and now this new one comes along, everyone likes her better. And oh, you have to be careful. You have to be nice to your sister and she gets whatever she, and it's just little bratty girl things I was like upset about. And then it just trickled in.
Well,
and I'm
luckily-
so sorry.
That was
Thank
so
you.
reflective. Self-reflective of you.
Well, if not anything else, I'm so reflective.
I love it.
Oh my God. All right. We're moving on. And each episode, I read an entry from my 101 Things That Pissed Me Off book. So we're just going to read the next one. I don't know what it is.
I read this sometimes to my kids.
You're lying.
I swear to you.
Oh my gosh.
They love it. They go, Rachel, this is Rachel. They love you're on the front of it.
I love that so much.
You're on their bookshelf. Like the kids' bookshelf is like a bunch of kid books
So
about
101
trucks
things that
and like
piss me off.
Rachel's book. I have like 10 of them.
I love it. You bought like 30 of my books
did. I
when
was
they
so
came
excited.
out. I love it. I have a bunch over there if you want any more. All right, this is entry number 51. You know what pisses me off? Are you really not going to say it?
What, Rachel?
Thank you, Teeny.
Sorry. I was trying to concentrate because someone was audibly reading to me, so it takes a lot of concentration for me to hear it the first time. I was really
Oh,
concentrating.
you have that too. She has the same thing.
I have to like.
I can't read her
I
anything.
might not hear you.
Don't
this
ever
time,
read
but-
a number to her.
I can't.
If you're reading like 160, stop. She'll be like, stop.
No.
Well,
Oh, it's
no
gone.
numbers. I even understand. I can't comprehend what you're saying. I'm like, okay, sorry,
I
my
help
bad.
her with her tests, and she reads the question out loud, and I have to type it in somewhere. And I'm like, do it, stop. And if she tries to spell something to me, oh my
Well,
God.
if I spell it in 3,
yes.
I'll be like SAT.
if you give me one more letter, I shut down.
We
Right.
have 3 kids, and Eric all the time will spell things so the kids don't hear. Like,
Oh, no.
you know, like if he's trying to say, "Do you want to go get ice cream?" But he doesn't want them to hear in case I
Yeah.
say no. He'll spell something really fast. I'm like, they'll know what you said before me. I don't know what you just spelled.
I can't. I have terrible reading comprehension
Me too.
and listening comprehension.
too.
It's an auditory processing disorder.
Okay.
It's very linked to ADHD.
Yeah,
so
it's
they
linked to
say.
ADHD. Yes,
I'm bad at it.
We've looked it up.
All right.
Anyway, that's why I didn't say what, Rachel. I was listening really hard.
but missed it.
Wait, can you read it again so we can all?
No, I was repeating what you said.
Got
had just
it.
said in my head. So I was like, do you know what pisses me off? Number 50. She said 51, 1 after 50, 51. Do you know?
Whoa,
Like I was
that's
like thinking really hard.
exhausting. No wonder you don't sleep.
And then you go, are you really not going to say it? And I'm like, am I supposed to repeat what she just said? What number was it? It was 51. And then I was like, do I say 51?
Oh my god.
I was still on 51.
Here, let's start from the top. Ready?
Okay,
Yeah, wait,
thanks.
I want to do it too.
5, 6, 7, 8. You know what pisses me off?
What, Rachel? 51.
51.
Just Colleen. Pockets on girl jeans.
You mean the lack thereof?
Yes.
is
So,
what you're about
and
to
it
say.
reads, I think the purse companies got together with the pant companies and decided to make girls' pockets really small so we have to buy purses. Ladies, have you stuck your hands in a man's pocket lately? They have so much more room than ours. I'm not saying I would use all that space, but I'd like the option. Whenever I try to stick something in the pocket of my jeans, the object just pops right out while I'm walking or drops in the toilet when I pull down my pants to pee.
Yes.
Unacceptable. And then I drew a diagram of girls' pockets versus boys' pockets. And I think it's a really good diagram.
Yes,
I
I've
think
seen
it's
it.
Oh,
great.
we love the skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Eric wasn't aware of this till very recently. I had to prove it to him.
lying.
He was like, why? He was like, why don't you? He puts his phone in his front pocket. And I'm like, you know that girls literally cannot do that? And he's like, why not? I'm like, look, and he was trying to prove that it could fit. And I was like, no, it doesn't fit.
No,
in our
and
front
sometimes there's
pocket.
just not actual
Yeah,
pockets.
and
I will
sometimes
buy
it's
those.
just sewn
Yeah.
to look like a
That's
pocket.
garbage.
Insane.
I buy both men and women's jeans now, and sometimes we're like, where'd you get those? Like, what kind of jeans are those? And I have to put my hands in my pockets first to figure out if it's a man or a woman jean.
That's so
It's
insane. How has this
ridiculous.
not been fixed yet? It's 2024. Of all the issues in our country, that should be fixed
That
first.
is honestly what feminism should focus on. Teeny has something to say. Give her the
Instead,
microphone.
they decided that we should go back to like 1999 style with those jeans.
Oh, I know the low rise.
With the low rise
We're going
and
back to
no
low
pockets.
Oh.
Okay, but actually,
Stop it.
No,
If you have
shut up.
No,
Take-
no.
take
no.
the microphone from her.
No, listen. Gen Z and these little youngins out there, they are saying like, oh my gosh, I love these low rise. And I was like, no, the trauma. Like, don't bring back the low rise. Oh my
Yeah.
God, the body dysmorphia.
I
The,
have dents permanently in my hips from that.
the amount of times, like I was like 100 pounds in high school, and the amount of times boys would comment on my love handles and like,
Oh, yeah.
when I was literally had not an ounce
Your
of body
muffin
fat.
top is what they
my
called it.
muffin top, yeah. Because of low rise jeans, so like lots of trauma there. But I've bought a few pair of low rise jeans to be like, what's the vibe here? They're not really low rise.
Yeah, they're not.
Because if you're not
Oh.
shaven, like I mean, my zipper was about an inch long in
Oh,
high
yeah.
school.
Like it would come unzipped and you couldn't even tell because it was such a short zipper.
Yeah, you couldn't see if your fly was undone because it was
No.
just kind of didn't matter if it was done or not. It was so short. Like low rise jeans like real low rise
ultra
jeans.
low.
I'm not kidding. I had to shave to wear them.
Yes, I have a freckle right on my bikini
God.
line, and it would go below that. My bikini would go higher than my pants did.
Yeah. Like it was the low rise jeans, like your butt crack was out
No matter what.
no matter what.
And I already suffer from that chronic disorder of butt crack.
High butt crack disease.
Butt crack.
It's like, so yeah, I do like the high rise, you know, like this, whatever. But like the low rise they're doing, it's not really low rise.
Okay, it's better.
It's better than what we had.
It's
for
like a
sure.
mid-low.
And also the low rise we had was like skin tight to like create the muffin top moments.
Yeah.
They're like baggy. Like they like the baggy low rise.
Well,
like
how
really
are they
loose
keeping
fit.
their pants on their bodies?
I couldn't because I don't have hips or butt. So like they would just
Okay.
fall off of me. But
Do you have to have a booty then to like keep
well,
it
yeah, because
up?
they're like super loose. So like,
You just
you know,
fall right off.
yeah. So I don't know. So it's
I
not
used
as
to
bad as we
wear
think.
belts to add an extra layer so my muffin top wouldn't look as big. And especially if I was wearing a tight shirt,
Oh, that's an interesting technique.
it would add so it would be like just flat. The shirt
there's
would be
always
flat
extra
against-
shirts.
Extra shirt that just brought back
The extra shirt,
Yeah, the tank
yes.
top under the tank top
Yes.
under the
Tanks.
shirt.
Yep.
White tank
It was
top.
good.
The polo shirts, like layering polo shirts. Do you know
Oh,
how
yeah.
thick they are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the preppy boys always layered the polo shirts as well with like popped collars. We do not
Wild.
need to go back to that, but we probably will at some point.
I'm sure it's already back. I just don't know.
I wonder at what age I'm going to stop dressing like the younger generation. Like right now, I'm a millennial dressing. I try and dress more Gen Zer,
Yeah.
but I wonder when that's going to stop. Like at what age am I
it
going to
doesn't
go?
need to. I feel like you're good.
It's
I'm
when you
good.
stop trying.
I'll never.
Because it already is an act of like being aware of what's going on now when we're in our 30s. I just learned like last year that I can't wear crew
That
socks. I have to
that
wear
was a-
these ones that I used to wear when I was 12.
I remember when
yeah.
I started wearing those. You're like, "What are those? Why are you?" And I was like,
Yeah.
They date you. They say
You
that
wear,
if you
wear
don't
the like crew socks. Yeah.
if you
have
wear
to-
the low ones, the ankle socks.
yeah. You don't. Oh, Tina, are you just now learning about ankle socks?
That's not what's dating me.
That's not
I'm
what's
sorry.
dating me.
I drive a minivan and I have 100 children. That dates
Oh,
me.
well-
And I have to use retinol. Like, I'm sorry. I don't need to wear fancy socks, but also like, I think there comes a time in your life, and I feel like I'm finally there. I can hold this if you'd like. Where you just find what's comfortable. You just wear what is comfortable.
Yeah.
And you just buy that instead of trying to get what everyone else is getting.
I think you do also as you get older, you just continue to just wear what you've always been wearing and what you've felt comfortable in.
Yeah.
And there is a way to tweak that to still be comfortable and still like be fashionable. It's just a matter of like trying, and it's hard because we're just as we get older, we're just like, I'm just gonna do this now. This is
Yeah.
what I've been doing. Why am I gonna change it? So it's just an active, like those stylists. Like I've watched these like women on TikTok that's like their job is like they'll look at a person and be like, this is what they want. And this one woman was like older, and she just had like sort of had the same style for years and wanted to just look like her age but look fashionable. And the befores and afters were like incredible.
Did
Like,
she dress
looked
her
good.
younger though?
No, not young. Like kind of, but like properly for her age. But yes,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
like and for her body type or whatever.
All right.
Yeah,
Did she put her in these socks though?
I don't know.
All
I
right.
She
didn't
was
know
in-
about this
she
whole
was
sock
in
phenomenon, by
pants.
the way. This is the first I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Give me that
I
mic.
wear the same romper every day of my life,
I
or
love
like
it.
a t-shirt and leggings. Today it's hot, so I have to wear shorts. But I'm wearing a shirt you gave me for Christmas.
I know. I love it. I'm the sibling that cries.
I don't know anything about fashion. I don't care. I just think wear what you want. Who cares? People make
Yeah.
fun of it. Like the stuff that was lame 5 years ago is now cool. The stuff that was cool 10 years ago is now lame. Like it doesn't. It all comes back around. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to move on to a segment that I'm very excited for. But first, I have to change the battery on my camera. So be right back. Zocdoc. Zocdoc is our sponsor for today. There are some things in life where it's okay if it ends up being a total crapshoot. Like when you try a type of new vegan milk and it ends up ruining your coffee. When you make an impulse buy on an Instagram ad and the product just comes broken. Or you try a new workout class and you end up hating the instructor. But finding the right doctor should never end up being a crapshoot. And with Zocdoc, it never is because you've got more options than you know. Zocdoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skin care, and much more. Plus, Zocdoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score some same-day appointments. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to Zocdoc.com/Rachel to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Rachel. Zocdoc.com/Rachel. Welcome to the segment that Colleen and I talked about on her podcast.
Okay.
You're telling...
What am I doing? Oh, yeah.
This is why I'm here.
Yeah, you came up with this. So one of Miss Abigail's favorite things is when I tell stories of my ex-boyfriend. She loves them. She giggles. She makes me tell them at parties.
Too.
She gets so
I'm
much.
like, babe, tell him this one. Tell him the toilet paper one.
So
Tell him the couch one.
my sister Colleen witnessed this entire relationship I had. And she has stories that she never said to me or brought up because she was trying to be respectful.
Right. And I don't know if you remember this, even though I'm the one who forgets everything of our sisterhood.
Yes.
But there was a time where you and I talked about a million years ago. It was like, I feel like newly in your relationship with this person. And I was like, hey, he sucks. Like,
Yeah.
And we talked about it. And I was like, he's like, he's awful.
Yeah, he's a dad.
And you guys were kind of going through a hard time.
Yeah.
And then I think you broke up and you got back together. And I was like, hey, he sucks.
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, no, this is my person. And you told me you talked to your best friend.
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, he's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, and so you kind of drew a line in the sand in your own sweet way of being like, and I understood.
Yeah.
Because we have sister brain reading powers. That I was like, hey, if I talk smack about this guy, she's not going to talk to me.
Yeah.
Like, I want her to be my sister and be in my life. So like, I need to just be respectful of it and just, speak out if he's doing anything that's like extremely harmful. But
Yeah.
like, if he's just being kind of a douche, then like, just deal with it.
And he was like a massive douche and then just became a nothing. Like he was just something in my house. He was like a plant.
Nothing.
He's just a plant that was there for many a year.
That whined, though.
He whined about a lot of things, but I was able to it just got to a point where I obviously didn't like him, but
Right.
he was just a thing. So I don't feel like I never brought him around anymore. I didn't want him around. So you didn't have to deal with him in the end years, but you have stories.
Yeah.
And I think Abby deserves to hear them.
Yeah, I wonder which ones you've heard. I have so many. Okay, so I'll tell you two of my favesies.
excited.
Okay, so this is a good example of how, so he didn't come to many social events, obviously,
Right.
and family events, not social, just like family, like holidays,
Yeah, right.
And if he did, he wouldn't really talk to anyone. Like you go, hi, Matt, how are you? Huh? Like he'd make a noise. Like he wouldn't like respond. And there were times where oh my God, I just remembered a fight I had with him.
A fight? You guys did get into a fight.
I just remember, I blocked it from my memory. Oh my God, I was so crazy.
What was the fight?
Oh my God. Okay, to be continued. Let me finish the first story to remind me.
Because I already want to apologize.
No. Okay. So it was in the process of like when you were quitting.
Yes.
But anyway, we'll get back to that.
Okay.
So he wouldn't really talk. And
Yeah.
he wouldn't really respond like when you talked to him. Like, hey, Matt, how are you? And he would just make a sound.
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't say words. And so anyway, he never really showed up to things and he was rude when he was there. And so I threw Thanksgiving, because I usually am the one who does Thanksgiving, at my house, and all the family was there. Rachel was there. There was no mention of Matt. We just assumed he wasn't coming, you know, whatever. And so then it's time for dinner. So everyone comes early. I finish cooking, putting the food down on the table, and suddenly Matt is there at the table. And I'm like, oh, weird. Rachel's been here for like a couple hours, and now Matt's here. And he didn't say anything. He didn't say hi to anyone. He just appeared. Okay. So we eat dinner, and then dinner's done, and I pick up my plate to put it in the kitchen, and when I come back, he's gone.
Okay.
And I was like, what? So somehow, I don't remember who told me or how I got the information, but at some point, Eric, I think, figured it out, or Eric saw it happen or something.
I told Eric because I was so annoyed. I didn't want him there. I did not want him there, and he showed up, and it pissed me off.
Oh my God.
This bitch. Okay, so at my last house I lived at,
Yes.
the back wall of my backyard was up against a parking lot of like a grocery store. And so he parked at the grocery store. Rachel texted him and told him when the food was ready. And then he came in a different car, parked at the grocery store, hopped my back fence,
No.
snuck in through the back door,
No.
sat down to eat dinner, and then when he was done eating, didn't say hello or goodbye to anybody, went out the back door, hopped the fence, and drove home.
He thought he did good because he showed up to a family dinner.
It was not a fence.
It was not a
It
fence.
was a wall.
It was,
Yeah.
It was like 12 feet tall.
Yeah.
How
It
did
is not
his
a-
skinny arms get
Like,
him up
how
there?
did he do this?
You have to partially climb a tree, and you had to climb a wall and scale this other wall onto a fence around my pool.
Because he didn't want to walk through the front door because he thought
He
it
didn't
would,
have to greet anyone.
He didn't want people to see him.
He didn't
There
want to
is
talk to anybody.
No way his skinny IBS ass got himself
He like catapulted himself over.
up over that. He had to have had an accomplice of some sort.
I was so annoyed because he was texting me. He's like, "Hey, when's your food ready?" I was like, "I don't know. I think we're gonna eat in like 10." And I thought he wanted me to bring him home some or something.
No, he showed up and hopped the fence just so that he didn't have to say hello to anybody and talk to anybody because we were already sitting down like eating. And so people I'm sure tried to talk to me. He's on the other side of the table as me, but like, and then he left and it was so, and like, I'm like, if he didn't want to talk to anyone, that's fine. He could still come through the front door. Like my family's pretty like respectful. And like, if someone's like giving a vibe of like, I don't want to talk, like
We're like, don't care.
We're like, oh, okay. And like, we'll just let you have do your thing and give you your space. Like,
Also, the front door was not where people hung out at your old house.
yeah. And my front door was open. He didn't have to knock. Yeah, and he knew that. Like, he could have just walked in. Like, it was very weird. So that was,
It was just like, why? It was, you just think, you just hear the story and you're like, why did he do that? And that was him through and through every day.
Yeah.
Like, why did you do it like that?
I felt like he was one to always avoid like conflict and uncomfortability
That was
for him.
him.
But
That was him
but, like,
avoiding
that
it.
was
his thought process.
so awkward and uncomfortable to do. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
you're just making it worse for
He
yourself.
didn't realize that we would all notice and then talk about it later. He thought no one saw him. He got to eat food and then left.
That's, yeah.
Like he really thought like he went in.
Wow.
Miso, tell the one, I didn't realize this. I took him to Hawaii on a family
yes,
trip.
this
once.
is one of her.
Isn't
do you
that- that's a
do you
video
have
of
a
that.
coffee or a water or something? I'm parched and I'm getting worked up, so I'm like getting more parched. Okay.
I don't.
Okay, so
Oh, I have a sparkle water right there. Oh, I'm sorry. I offended you. Who's here?
that would make me more parched.
Maybe Zara, but say,
Who is it? Is
it
that
a
Zara?
blonde girl?
Oh, your brother.
Oh, it's Noah.
Oh,
Home Chef is our sponsor for today. Now, as adults, we all dread the question, what should we have for dinner? I know in this household, it's the biggest question of the day. And a lot of the time, inevitably, we just end up ordering takeout because going to the grocery store, figuring out what we want to eat, bringing it home, and cooking it is just too much. And we spend so much money doing that. So if you rather enjoy a home-cooked meal without the stress of planning ahead, Home Chef makes it really easy and saves you money. Home Chef provides fresh ingredients and chef-designed recipes conveniently delivered to your doorstep to simplify your cooking experience. I'm telling you guys, this food is delicious and extremely easy to make. I made our favorite this last week was the gnocchi. Abby rated it a 9 out of 10. And if you know her, that is a true compliment to the chef that created this. Whether you prefer classic meal kits with pre-portioned ingredients and easy instructions, speedy recipes ready in less than 30 minutes, oven-ready kits with pre-chopped ingredients, or quick microwave meals that assemble in minutes, Home Chef has you and the entire family covered for delicious meals without the hassle. They have over 30 options a week and serve a variety of dietary needs, so you don't have to worry about what to make ahead of time. Not only is it convenient, but it's economical too. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life. And of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/Rachel. That's homechef.com/Rachel for 18 free meals and free desserts for life. You heard that right. Homechef.com/Rachel. You must be an active subscriber to receive the free dessert. Okay, sorry. Uncle Noah showed up, so we had to say
Brother
hi.
Bear.
Brother Bear. Okay, please tell Abby the story of Hawaii, and then we can move on to our game real quick.
okay. So I had a show in Hawaii. Excuse you. I can't believe you just burped. Thank you. I had a show in Hawaii, and I love Hawaii very much. And so I would always try to bring my whole family. Whenever I had a show there, I'd use it as an excuse for a big family vacation. And so I invited my whole family, and I'm pretty sure I took care of my family, but then I was like, Rachel, if you want to bring Matt, like he's totally welcome, but you
So we did
That's
two
on you.
things. It was first you got like 2 suites at the Alani in what's the island?
Maui?
Oahu.
Yeah.
And then we popped over to Maui, where we all had to. We didn't have to fend for ourselves. I think you said I could share a room with Stephanie, but if I brought Matt, I have to get my own room.
Yes. Yeah. So I got rooms for everyone, and I took care of everyone. But I was like, but this is how many rooms
Yes.
I have. So you guys kind of have to figure it out past
So
this
I
moment.
got us a room at the Four Seasons in Maui.
Right. So she, which is, it's not the cheapest place in the
Matt?
world. So,
You're busy. That was supposed to be for me.
so,
Whoops.
in Rachel's defense, everything else was taken care of. So like,
Yes.
it was like, that was the one
Right,
expense, you know?
Yeah.
So, so she books him and her this room, whatever, and his flights and whatever to go to Hawaii on vacation with us. And it's a big family. It's so fun. We love it. Like everyone's positive vibes only, like happiest you've ever seen us in our lives. Like everyone's giddy the whole time.
I love that.
So we get there and we're talking about how fun it is and we're so excited. We get there. He hasn't cracked a smile. He hasn't said anything. He hasn't spoken to anyone at the airport. He hasn't spoken to anyone when we get there. You know, he's just like kind of mopey little boy. And I was like, well, this will brighten him up.
Yeah.
Who can be grumpy in Hawaii? Who can have a negative attitude at the Four Seasons in Maui? Like the most magical place in the world. And not sponsored, not ad.
Wish it was.
Not really, but yes, kind of. But not really. But anyway, right now it's not. We get there, and first thing, we have to go to the ocean. So we get there, we check in, put on our bikinis immediately, run down to the water, and we get there, and Matt and Rachel's so excited. She's so cute and like skipping
Romantic,
and happy.
so romantic.
Well, not that she's just like excited.
Yeah,
you know,
you're
she's just like
she's
excited.
trying. She's really
and
trying.
Rachel and I are just like geeking. And then she's like, oh my gosh, you feel the water. And he puts his foot in the water. And I wish I could do an impression of him, but you won't be able to see me on camera. But he like dips his foot in the water and he's like, it's not warm. You said it was warm. About the water in Maui, about the ocean. It was Rachel's fault. The ocean was the wrong temperature
Oh, no,
in Maui
babe.
at the Four Seasons. He was visibly angry that she said the water was warm because it is a lot warmer than it is at our Pacific oceans
Yes,
here
it's
in
just
California.
not a hot tub.
Our California oceans are frigid. And in Maui, they're way warmer than they are here.
Yeah,
And-
I've taken her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had so Rachel at some point, I guess it said like, oh, the water's warm. It's so nice.
I think I
swim
was
in the
trying to
water.
convince him to go on the trip because I was like trying to have a normal relationship or trying to get him to smile or appreciate
He
something.
did not say a word to anyone the whole time. We're at the most beautiful resort in the most beautiful place in the world. He doesn't say anything to anyone. And then he gets down to the water, touches it, and it's like, it's not warm. You said it was warm.
I
And
never
we were all
took him
just
on another
silent.
trip again.
We're all just like,
You're like,
it was like, you, me, I, and
end
some
of it.
other family members. I don't even remember who all was there, but like, we all just like stood there staring at him like, is this a real person? Like who says
that is what he
That
had to
is
say
insane.
about the beaches of Hawaii.
if he has that thought and he think fine, that's fair to be like, oh, I thought it was gonna be warm water. It's actually cold. Like colder than I thought
later
it would be.
you say something
right,
like
right.
that.
But think it in your head.
Yeah.
You're at the Four Seasons in Maui. You'd be like, this is so beautiful. It's amazing. Like, oh, this is so cool. I love seeing you so happy. Like anything.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
never.
we are talking about the man who couldn't touch toilet paper.
Wild.
So I think we're asking for logic from somebody
can I-
who doesn't have that ability.
Climbed a 12-foot wall for dinner.
Need I say
By the-
more?
I also want to say, we're not just sitting here like talking shit. Like he did not treat her well. He
No,
was
not by any means.
emotionally very, very traumatically abusive to Rachel,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, everybody knows
And so
that.
we're telling silly stories, but I don't want it to look like we're just sitting here talking shit. Like he was awful.
He never
Yeah.
once said I'm sorry. Never like in the last 3 years of relationship, never said I love you. He would pouted so much, constantly
he
silent
threatened-
treatment.
He threatened horrible things. It was very manipulative.
He took a hammer to my kitchen.
he would threaten to do things to himself if
Yep.
when he didn't get his way.
Yeah.
Like I mean, he was really
was- yeah.
awful. But we're telling silly stories. I just don't want it to look like, oh my god,
Right,
he's
right.
such a little
Yeah.
bitch. When like he was pretty horrible.
He was.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Okay, but I remember the fight. So or parts of it.
Okay.
So it was you used to work for me, you used
Yeah.
to tour with me. And it got to a point where you were like, I'm done with this. I
Yeah.
don't like this anymore. I don't want to tour anymore. It's so stressful. And there was one tour we went on where there was a guy on tour with us who was just a total wiener to you. And you're like, I'm just done.
Yeah.
And so you decided, and part of one of the big reasons I remember, I don't know if this was true or not, but I remember you told me when you were quitting, you're like, I don't like being away from Matt. That was one of your big reasons at the time. You were
All
like,
right.
I traveled too much away from Matt. And I think it was that he was complaining.
Yes, he was.
Because you never talked, you didn't miss him, but I think it was that you just didn't want to deal with him being mad at you when you got home.
I was having to regulate his emotions while working
Right. And that
23
was
hours a day.
extremely stressful. And for him to be mad every time he had to leave town and like,
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Also, did I have Blaze at that point? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't
didn't.
remember. But so you had quit, and for some reason you had to come to my house to get something. And I don't remember what it was. And I don't remember that part of the argument. You and I weren't fighting.
No.
But you were clearly like frustrated when you walked in my house. You had to come over to get something and then to leave. And I don't remember what it was. It was like something from a trip we had just gone on, or you were in the process of quitting. I don't remember the whole us of it all.
Okay.
But you came over with Matt. And when you walked in, you were visibly like frustrated. And Matt was being really rude. And you went upstairs to my office to get something, and then you were leaving. I was like, "Oh, are you leaving?" Like, it was really an awkward interaction. And maybe you'll remember what you were there to get.
I just remember feeling unhappy.
So you guys walked in, and I didn't know anything was wrong. And you walked upstairs, and I go, "Hi," and you're like, "Hi," and you seem stressed. And I go, "Hi, Matt," and he didn't respond to me, and he walked right past me. And at this point, I was so angry with him because I knew he was treating you badly, and you just quit working with me.
Yeah.
And I loved working with you. And in my mind at the time, it was because he was pissed at you that you were touring. And so I thought it was because of him. And I know there are other reasons involved, but like, I knew that was a big part of it. And so I was like already annoyed with him, and like the Thanksgiving thing had happened. And I was just like, I don't like this guy. And then he's in my house
and ignores you.
And I'm 2 feet from him, and I say, "Hi, Matt, how are you?" With a smile. Like, I was nice. And he ignored me and walked past me.
I remember that.
And it made me so mad. And I was like, at this point, I remember having multiple conversations with people being like, I can't talk to Rachel about it because I don't want to lose my sister because I don't want her to not talk to me anymore if I talk about how he's awful.
Yeah.
But it's driving me crazy. Like, he's awful. And so I couldn't say anything to you. And it got to a point where it was like a boiling point, like, because I was keeping my mouth shut for so long.
Oh, no.
And so he walks past me. And then I tried to say something else to him, and he didn't respond. And I was kind of talking to you. You seemed really stressed. I think you were like on your way to somewhere else. So you just came over to get whatever you're picking up. And then you were leaving, and you guys were going down the stairs. And I was like, "Bye, Rachel." And you're like, "Bye." I was like, "See you later." And you were fine with me. And I was all, "Bye, Matt." No response. And I was so mad. I go, I'm going to yell into your mic.
I remember this.
"Bye, Matt!" Like, I screamed. Like, it like exploded out of me. I was like so mad. Because I was like, this bitch won't speak to me, and he's treating her like garbage, and he's ruining everything. And I was like, what is wrong with you? I didn't do anything to you. Say hi to me.
Yeah.
Just like, you don't even have to say hi. Look at me. Nod your head when I say hello. Like, literally,
why did he
hadn't
go
spoken
in?
to me in years. I'd seen that man at every family function. He would never said hi back to me. He wouldn't respond when I spoke to him. And it hit a point where I was like, you are so effing rude.
Yeah.
Like, so I screamed, like, "Bye, Matt," like crazy. I was psychotic.
You don't remember this?
I know, I do. I remember that. But I don't remember why he was upset. I don't remember why I was upset. Like, I don't remember what was going on, but I do remember this.
Yeah.
And they're almost all the way down the
I
stairs.
remember
And I was
being
at the
on the
top of the
stairs.
stairs. And then he doesn't respond still.
I think I
And
said
then
something.
Rachel says, he says bye, and goes out the door.
Because I looked at him. I remember I looked at him and I said, "Say something." He said, and so I was like, "Oh," he said, because I was just frustrated with the whole thing.
He says bye.
Because I was annoyed with him, and then I was just annoyed at the whole situation.
Oh,
and I was just like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
So they left, and I was
He
like,
says bye.
because I was even more mad because I was like, not only did he not respond to me, and I lost my cool, and I look totally insane now. Like, because I hate when that happens when you're like trying to keep your cool for so long, and then you snap, and then you look totally crazy. Happens to me more often than I'd like. And I've looked crazy so many times because of that. And it happened. So I was frustrated that had happened to me. That I couldn't keep my cool for just 2 more seconds. So you guys walked out the door. And then the fact that he still didn't respond, and you responded, now you're mad at me, and she yelled at me back. I was like, ah. So when you left, I just sobbed. I was like, oh no, I've ruined my relationship with my sister, and I look crazy, and I was like so freaking out. And then I don't think we even ever talked about it. I think it was just like fine. And then like we just like next time we saw each other, it was like, hey, how are you?
I think I stopped bringing him around more
I
and
think
more.
I literally never spoke to him again after that.
No,
like I would still say hi to him.
Yeah.
I still tried, but like
I
he
never
I don't
wanted
think
him
he
to come
respected-
around. I didn't like him coming around because I had to babysit him the whole time because he wouldn't talk to people. He literally would not. When I would take him, when we go to restaurants, he'd whisper his order to me and then I would tell the server.
Can I do an impression of what he would do when Rachel, like if you wanted something, like if we had a question? Okay, so Rachel, can you stand up?
Yes.
Oh no, your camera just turned off. Okay, we have to wait until it's on because I have to show you.
All right, I'm back with the thing.
Okay, so
ready?
let's say we're at a restaurant or something, okay? And like Matt wants to go soon.
Yeah.
Okay, he like he would do that. He'd like roll into her and turn his back to everyone. Like, and you'd hear him kind of mumble, and then Rachel would be like, "Oh, we got to go soon," and then Rachel would announce whatever it was.
What would he say? He'd just be like, "Can we go now?"
You're like, hey, you said we could go now. Like, hey, you said we could go within 10.
Right.
And so we all knew, like, we'd see it happen at parties or get-togethers or whatever, and we'd be like, "Oh, clearly Matt's uncomfortable with something here,"
Yeah.
like, or he wants. I was like, "Is he saying I have to go potty? Like, what is he saying?"
Probably. It was just insane. The fact that he had extreme social anxiety, which I understand, but he didn't deal with it properly. And then it was just, he wanted to do things so he wouldn't draw attention to himself. And he wanted to fly under the radar, but the things he did made him more of an eyesore and an annoyance and a topic of conversation. I just didn't understand it. And I was like, if he had just gone like, hey, babe, you want to go soon?
Right.
Like, people would have been like, oh, you guys need to leave? Okay.
Right. Well, and I completely sympathize with like someone being socially anxious or being anxious in general, having something that makes you just awkward in public. Like I totally relate and understand and am sensitive to that. And everything I'm talking about, like him hopping the fence, whatever, it's not just like, oh, he was uncomfortable. But like he was really rude.
He was rude.
And it was not a situation of like, oh, well, he just is like an anxious person. Like I do feel bad for him that he's struggled with like feeling anxious or uncomfortable. Like I would never want him or anyone to feel that way.
But he was rude.
Seeing him be rude to my sister and rude to my family and take advantage of you, quite honestly.
Yeah. Oh, he did, for sure.
Like for years, it was just like infuriating. And I could handle him being rude to me or not responding to me or whatever, but it was like, I knew what he was doing and how he was acting publicly in front of family. I'm like, what's he doing at home alone with her?
He just didn't speak to me. He'd lock himself in his office. And then I lived alone. But for the last like few years, we just didn't speak.
Well, and spend your money without asking or saying what he was using it for, or like just buy
stuff would just show up at the house that he bought with my credit card.
With your money. Like, and so it's just, there's so many things, but like, I know I was just here to talk about silly stories, but like, I just had to preface, like, I'm just being a protective, like older sister. Like that was like the whole vibe of it all.
Fine.
I mean,
it was entertaining. I knew it was not going to disappoint.
What was your nickname for him?
Okay. It
Is
wasn't
it too mean?
my nickname. No. It wasn't my nickname for him.
Okay.
It was other people had come up with, they called him Sloth. Sloth Boy. And I'm not going to name names of who said this, but because he was like I was saying, stand up again, Rachel. I know they can't really see us, but it was. He would always have the hunchback,
he had bad posture too.
But he would, when he would roll into Rachel, it'd be like he moved in slow motion, kind of like. So it was never like a hey, we gotta go. It was like a slow motion, and so someone at one point had said like, oh, Sloth is coming, and we're like Sloth, and it was only because he was not, I don't make up names for people like that, but someone had, and that was the name that.
Oh, God.
An accurate description, I think.
Yeah.
I hated that I did like him for a while, and then it was.
But you said he was kind of cool in the beginning.
In college, he was fun, and then we broke up, and then when we got back together, he like forced us to get back together.
Oh, I just remembered something.
What?
I don't even know if I want to talk about it, but I remember now. I'm remembering why I hated him. So I hate the word. I don't use the word hate often. But I'm a bigger protective sister, and it was when you guys had broken up.
Yeah.
And what he had said to you when you guys broke up, and that's why when you guys got back together, I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely effing not. Like, I do not like this guy, and that's when you're like, no, he's my person.
Yeah.
Well, not my person, but you say he's my boyfriend, whatever. The things he said to you were so horrific.
Yeah.
About I mean, he was things you shouldn't say to people, like about your physical looks, and
he tore me down a lot.
He tore her down. So, like, she told me the things he said when they broke up before they broke up and why they broke up. And I was like,
You're like, he had one.
this is the worst person. Like, I don't
know how I was so manipulated. Like, it was so toxic. I
Girl,
was
I've
so
been there.
young when
I
he
get
got a
it.
hold of me.
We've been there, and like we've all stayed in situations that we shouldn't have for longer than we should have, and like so I also have a lot of like I understand. Like I don't look at your situation, Matt, and go like, how did you do? I can't believe you did that, because like I completely understand. So like I don't look at it like that. I look at it like, oh man, I'm so sad that you had to go through that hardship for so long, because like you weren't able or ready to get out of it until you were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were ready, and then you got out of it. And that's what's important. So like I don't like to do the whole like, I can't believe someone was with that person for so long. Like sometimes you just can't get out.
I know.
Like,
I still feel embarrassed, but like I understand. I do give myself grace for it.
yeah. And
I think that the statement being embarrassed, everybody that was in that situation who saw what was happening, no one felt like this was your doing.
Yeah.
Like no one would have put the blame on you saying, I can't believe that Rachel is still with this guy.
Yeah.
Because everyone was aware of how manipulative this person was. And like for me, an outsider, but like I was at most of these family gatherings.
Yeah.
It's like you kind of saw some of your spark die every time when he was around.
Yeah.
And the second he was gone, and like I get emotional thinking about this, but like when you told us that he was no longer your boyfriend, oh my God.
I'm sure there was a party that happened that I wasn't aware of.
I was so excited because this person who is like the party of the room was not when he was around.
Yeah.
So nobody in your life would have been like, Rachel, you should really be embarrassed of yourself because that was not cool.
Yeah.
No, everyone was aware.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that like 3.5 years later, somehow we're still talking about him, but I think it was supposed to be funny stories.
It is. Yeah, no, we're not. Yeah, no. And I hope he's doing well, and I hope he's like, I genuinely do.
Out a little bit.
I hope that he's thriving and living life and like doing great. Like I really do hope that for him. Like, and,
I don't wish bad. I hope he figures it out. Because he was miserable too.
Right, he was.
He was miserable.
Well, and that's why he was the way he was.
Yeah.
Like, hurt people. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And I think he was sad, and like I hope that he's okay, and like
I want to end this on a happy note.
Yeah, let's do it. It's happy. I'm sorry. This is not my channel.
No, this is more of like it was like a therapy session.
It was.
For who?
For everyone.
For you, I think.
Abby's like,
for all of you.
She's like, sloth.
Oh.
Abby, we love you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
guys.
we love Abby.
We are. Oh man, we have time for like one.
Okay.
Am I passing the mic? This is the last one.
People will be happy if an extra long episode.
Okay, fine.
What is this?
This is which sister would be more likely.
And oh my Lord! And I get to guess, right?
Yeah, you can guess.
Wait, well, how's it work? What's the game?
You know how it's like on TikTok. It's like which.
So we say who's more likely to, right? So no, like Rachel and I should sit together and we point to who's more likely, right?
Yeah, and then Teeny could tell us if we're wrong.
Okay.
Or she can be the tiebreaker because sometimes we'll both say the other person or whatever.
So you don't answer, we answer them.
And then you tell us if we're... You can pick
I
whatever
already
you
know
want.
the answers to every single
Okay, let's sit down.
Well, I want to sit by Rachel so that...
Okay.
Hold on, everyone.
We can all fit. We're little. Abby, you don't have to leave.
Okay, so how are we doing this?
Just read it.
Okay. You just read it, and we point to we'll say and point to who's the answer.
Which sister is more likely to start a new hobby?
You. 1,000%.
Obviously. Okay. Which sister is more likely to forget important dates?
You.
Me. Pauline Ballinger.
Which sister is more likely to take charge in a crisis? And I feel like this could go
I think it could
both
go
ways.
either way.
It depends on the crisis.
I would say Rachel, but like I'm a very close second in a different way. Like we just take charge in different ways. Like Rachel and I together in a crisis.
Oh my God, we can take over the world.
Yeah. That's why I would say that's a tie.
If it's a car crash, me. If a child is in pain, and you.
I think, but both. Because in a car crash, you'd be the one pulling the people out of the car while I'm on the phone with 911 gathering blankets and waters.
That's literally what happened.
And if a child is hurt, I'm gathering blankets and water and tending to the child while you're on the phone with 911.
That's true. Yeah.
It's a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Okay, which sister is more likely to plan a spontaneous trip?
Colleen.
Me.
No, wait.
Now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
I got Abby on my side.
Only okay.
Excuse me.
Time. Let me- Wait, no. Post. Wait, listen.
Put your finger on my
Listen.
face.
Post Abby, Rachel.
Yeah.
Pre Abby, Colleen.
But I'm sorry, still.
We went to Paris.
We went to
in
Paris
2 days
with
notice.
2
the other
days
day.
notice.
Hey, you want to go to Paris tomorrow?
Yeah.
There's your
But you
tiebreaker.
have to admit that Abby has influenced that a lot.
Yes, but we're talking about now, not back in the day.
Okay, currently, yeah, Rachel.
Okay.
Rachel.
Because you
I
have kids.
but not
Yes.
because I wouldn't do it.
No, yeah, of course.
Which sister is more likely to win a cooking competition?
You a billion
Colleen.
times.
Yeah.
Maybe not now. I don't know.
Okay, shut up. You know how seasonings work. I don't know what salt to taste means.
Sometimes. Abby, you're supposed to make me lasagna someday.
I want.
Wait, wasn't that what we said? Oh, is it meatloaf? It was meatloaf. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Which sister is more likely to stay up all night
You.
binge watching
mean,
TV shows?
Well, not that part.
Oh, me.
Yeah, Rachel.
I'll do the TV. You just do it for weird reasons.
Crafting is not weird.
I'm so sorry.
Crafting is not weird. I'm gonna keep telling myself that.
Okay, you know what? You play with slime,
I do.
Christina.
I love slime.
I have rocks to
because
give
my
you to
fingers are
polish.
I will polish them.
Okay.
I feel so sorry for listeners trying to just figure out who's
saying
talking
what?
when.
They're gonna love it.
Okay.
I feel sorry for me editing this later.
I'm sorry.
Wait. Okay. Which sister is more likely to adopt a pet?
Rachel.
Me. I
Which
have
sister is
many.
more likely to excel at a sport?
Rachel.
You, actually.
That is
What?
not true.
You are
more-
a liar.
Yeah, okay.
She has to start it
Rachel,
to do it.
I have one question for you that will answer this question.
That is not a
Wait,
hobby.
I have one
that
question
does
for
not
Rachel.
involve hot glue.
This will answer the question for you, Rachel.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen me run?
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 The answer is no one has seen Colleen
So
run.
the thing
No, the answer is
no. Oh, we're going back to childhood.
Oh, the camera.
Oh, fuck this camera. We're just gonna end this in a second. The thing is, I love sports, but you were always weirdly good at them.
But have you seen me run?
Okay,
Running sport.
we're gonna
In
end
order
this.
to excel, you have to start.
That's true. She won't start. Okay, I'm gonna end this. The camera's dead. I think we've covered a lot here. I
They
love
should have
you.
been 3 episodes.
Wait,
It
hold on.
should have
I've
been.
got one more because
Okay.
the other ones are super obvious. But which sister is more likely to get lost in a new city? Because this is a hard
not
one.
me.
No, I would never.
Yeah, neither.
No, we're
No.
too good at that.
Yeah.
My dad taught us how to read treasure maps.
How can you get lost anywhere anymore? You have a fucking phone.
Well, in
Yeah.
general, in life, I'm always lost. But like when I travel, I am a very good
How
traveler.
are you?
I don't know.
How what?
How are you? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, we're ending this. I love you guys. Thank you everyone for joining me. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Rachel Uncensored, the only place on the internet where you can find the uncensored version of me, Rachel Ballinger. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, or follow, or do whatever this platform tells you to do so that you can get notified every time I post a new episode. Love ya!